Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this specifics. Okay. So y'all remember, so BET Awards. Everybody was upset. I believe it was the Hip Hop Awards that was canceled? I believe they did the BET Awards, but the BET Hip Hop Awards, okay? The reason they canceled the BET Hip Hop Awards is because some motherfuckers got fired. They got fired for allegedly stealing, scamming, finessing. Now, this is the CEO, I believe, at the bottom. Okay. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure I get the CEO. So we got Jasmine. You got everybody here. You got Larissa Bates. We got Marvin Neal, who was actually escorted out of BET headquarters. Marvin's at the bottom. So we got Marvin Neal. I ain't never seen these people before. Okay. So the story just landed on my desk yesterday. We also got John Baldessere. So that's him. I could tell that's a John Baldessere right there. And yeah, so here's the thing. This is what they were doing. And let me tell you how thick it's gotten. It's gotten so thick that the Department of Justice has opened up an investigation. They haven't rolled out a full indictment yet. But Paramount was, you know what's unfortunate is that, you know, my company is considered an independent black film company. And there are a lot of filmmakers out here who go into their own pockets and they make their films. Whether they borrow against their house, whether they borrow from loan, wherever they get the money from, okay? And they try to put their all into these movies and they want to license these movies. But when you allegedly have BET executives whose, I guess, maybe paychecks are kind of low because, you know, streaming is where the money is at. And so TV deals is a whole nother gig. You know, that's a whole nother revenue stream for them, but it's not as lucrative. Apparently, these three here that were escorted out personally, and even though Paramount said that it was a layoff, they were really firing because of how the top executives were handling things at BET. So if you are a filmmaker and you have a film and you want your film on BET, BET executives were allegedly charging filmmakers $25 to $40K, sometimes up to $100,000 to play and stream their movie on BET. So they were brokering films for a company that they worked for, which is motherfucking legal, scamming the filmmakers because they just wanted to have their film on BET, and then BET is receiving residuals, kickbacks, and the filmmaker gets pennies on the dollar. Half the time, they don't even get back what they put in trying to film the movie, pay actors and actresses and things like that, as well as paying a broker fee to help fund trips and things like that. And so the reason y'all probably ain't gonna get no BET Awards next year, you definitely ain't gonna get no BET Hip Hop Awards, is because they're trying to clean up everything because the Department of Justice has rolled out an investigation, and this is probably one of the biggest payola scams since Atlantic Records, allegedly. They shut down the bot farms. Ice Spice got her last bit of bots. Rolled out a music video, it had 74,000 views. 5 hours later, 6.7 million views, and it didn't move. That's what Tony the Closer was doing to our podcast, as if I couldn't sell. He couldn't wait for the video to just organically just, man, I was like, why is the video just sitting at 3,500 people and not moving? But it's only 20 people commenting. You saw how many people we had? Yeah, I saw 20 people. I saw 20 people on your channel. I did. But yeah, so it's unfortunate that, and to the filmmakers that did get caught up in this, I know they are working with investigators, but listen, if you want your story told, it's safe now. You guys can definitely come to me. I will definitely get it out there because, I mean, this shit has got to stop. You know how much filmmakers, like independent filmmakers, first of all, they work regular jobs. It costs up to $100,000 to make a movie. Then you got to pay an extra 40 or 50. Then get it streamed, and you just get to tell everybody my movie's on BET, but you ain't making no motherfucking money. Let me make sure I told them all everything. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Yep. Yep, I got it all. Okay. True story. I was 37, pregnant, and my ass was on a walker. Why? He took all my damn vitamin D. Now, even though I was taking a prenatal, he took that too, and I was breastfeeding, and he took more. I didn't find out until 3 years later that my vitamin D was so low. I took a test. Here's the test. And as you can see, severely so low in vitamin D3 that they had to supplement me 50,000 IUs, my doctor, okay, at 40 years old. I couldn't walk from my office to my house, which was across the street. I had to wear thick sole shoes just to ease up the pain on my feet. Would have known it would have been a simple vitamin deficiency. And so for that reason, I keep me some vitamin D3. Why? Because it helps the body to absorb calcium, to support the immune system so that the immune system won't cause inflammation, which will cause pain. And so this is the one that I particularly use, which is 10,000 IUs. It is flavored. I love that it has vitamin C here. You don't need to take it every day. I would suggest that you do talk to your doctor. You may need a test. Hop on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off